Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to do our reaction to the newest Spider-Man Far From Home trailer that just dropped today. And before we get into it, I gotta say, I have a very important reason why I don't want this movie to come out.
Wow, really? You don't want the movie to come out?
We'll talk about it in a second.
Okay.
Here we go. Boy reviews!
Cut to my students falling asleep in class. Okay. I'm excited to see it. You know, I was disappointed that they did release a trailer before Endgame, so it was kind of spoilerish. It didn't make sense. Sony. But, you know, other than that, I'm excited to see it, and I'm so excited for Spider-Man Far From Home because, you know, if the first one was an indication, I'm pretty sure that the second one's going to be as good, if not better.
All right, let's get into it. There's a spoiler warning that we're skipping right here. I want to skip anything before. Here we go.
Everywhere I go, I see his face.
Oh.
I just really miss him.
Yeah, I miss him too.
Tug at the heartstrings.
I don't think Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
I was using all the tricks.
You going to be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your job.
Oh.
I'm kidding. Look, keep up the good work because I am going on vacation.
He's such a kid.
Heads up.
I'm glad to see he still got the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to Nick Fury. Why?
Because if you don't talk to him, then I have to talk. I don't want to talk to him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail? I got
Don't ghost Nick Fury.
We're just talking about the trip. I'm here in St. Marco Polo.
Oh.
He really likes me. Reminds me when I first fell in love.
I first fell in love.
You're a very difficult person to contact, Spider-Man. This is Mr. Beck.
What? He meets him?
Something like you on my world.
Your world, Beck, is from Earth, just not ours. The snap to our hole in our dimension.
You're saying there's a multiverse?
The Spider-Verse.
You're coming with us.
Oh my.
There's gotta be someone else you can use. What about Thor?
Off-world.
Unavailable. Who's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
Bitch, please. You've been to space.
He looks awesome with the helmet.
The girl who I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ, I am Spider-Man.
No, of course not. I mean, it's kind of obvious.
What?
This is my responsibility. Saving the world requires sacrifice. Sometimes people die.
You know he's gonna betray him.
Oh, my God.
I just always feel like I'm putting my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
Are you going to step up or not?
Oh.
Wow.
Get you guys out of here. Get on the jet. Who are you? I work with Spider-Man. You work for Spider-Man? I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man. New plan.
New plan. Oh, I love that.
And we got Happy in there.
Wow.
Wow.
Thoughts immediately.
I'm gonna deter to you because you're more the comic book master Jedi, and I'm under the impression that in this trailer they want us to believe that Mysterio,
Right.
correct, that he is gonna team up with Spider-Man,
Right.
but he's a bad guy.
You know, well, here's the thing. Before, I kind of knew where the MCU was heading, and I knew what they were going to do with the storyline. But what Marvel has taught you is that they can completely flip the script, which they did with Captain Marvel, because the Skrulls are bad guys, and they made them good guys. So we didn't even see that coming. I still believe...
Spoiler.
Spoiler, I still believe from the comic books, Mysterio initially wants to convince everybody he's a good guy. He's pretending to be a good guy. He actually doesn't even have any powers. It's all an illusion. And then eventually Spider-Man busts him for it, which is how he becomes an arch nemesis of Spider-Man. So I'm hoping that's where they're going here. I'm excited. I'm glad they got a really good actor. Jake Gyllenhaal's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for him.
That's really what I believe has really brought all the last few MCU movies up a notch. We're talking about Black Panther. They had a really good villain with Michael B. Jordan playing Killmonger. Hela in Thor Ragnarok, of course, the ultimate bad guy, Thanos.
And Spider-Man Homecoming with Vulture. I really like Vulture as a bad
right?
guy.
Michael Keaton, exactly. So then the fact that the next movie coming out, it's another big bad guy with a good actor behind him that's going to be able to sell the role. Again, you got to have a good protagonist, but you also have to have a good antagonist to make a good film. I'm excited. Some of the shots look amazing. I'm super excited. What were your thoughts?
I have a few thoughts. Okay, first of all, with Mysterio, I feel like his storyline can go two different directions. This is just my opinion. One, they talked about how he's from a different universe. So, obviously, his same character is in their universe as well. So, has he come because his character in his universe has turned evil, like we traditionally know him as, and this guy's come in to help out because he saw what happened in his separate universe and some kind of drastic things going on? Or I think what's probably going to happen is he's very upset about how his universe turned out, and he's going to blame the Avengers, and there's Spider-Man right there. Maybe there's some connection with Iron Man that he's going to be upset about. And so that is what's going to drive him to deceive Spider-Man and ultimately get his revenge. I'm not excited about that storyline. I'd be more excited about the original theory I had. But I don't know if it's just me, but they just had Into the Spider-Verse, another Spider-Man movie, which was phenomenal. Won the Oscar for Best Animated Film, deservingly so.
Right.
But we just got introduced to that in the animated form, a different property. It's not the MCU. And so I understand that the MCU's had their plan going forward, but I feel like it's kind of bad timing for them because we just had the success of the Spider-Verse, and now we're going to use a multiverse again. Again, it's the MCU. They make gold out of everything. But those few things I'm not too excited about. Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my favorite actors, so I think he is going to be awesome.
Right.
I love, like I said, the CGI with his helmet and the little galaxies floating inside. I don't know too much about his character.
Right.
I watched another video on YouTube talking about how he was the original villain in the first Spider-Man animated series.
Right.
So it's cool that he's getting his spot.
Right.
I'm excited for this movie, but I teased by saying I wish this movie would not come out right now.
Why? Explain that.
Okay, so hear me out. It's all Sony's fault. It really is.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to watch this movie.
Of course.
Like my boys on Struggle Nation say, day one we there. We're going to be there. But Endgame finished that first three phases.
Right.
Very, very nicely. Gift wrapped it for us. And as much as I want more MCU movies, I would like to take a break so that they can get all their next ducks in a row. And I wouldn't mind having a year off from the MCU so that the build-up...
How dare you?
The build-up...
How dare you?
He lost his mind. The build-up can be there because we just are fresh from Endgame and they're bringing this movie out and they're making connections with Endgame. It's too soon with the Iron Man thing. I feel like if you really want to build this franchise even higher, you give it some time. Now, there's reports out that after Spider-Man comes out, they're going to take that year off already until they bring out their next round of movies. So, me personally, I don't want it to come out just because I love their movies so much. Once we get this movie, now we got to wait a year. I just feel like it's an awkward time to bring out, and it's going to be the first of Phase 4, then we're going to be a whole year, which we're spoiled. We're spoiled. But we get at least 2 or 3 movies a year. We got to wait a whole year for the next Phase 4 movie. That's why I say, let's take a break from Endgame. Let me watch it a few dozen more times, and then bring out Spider-Man, and then bring out whatever next they're going to come out. Hopefully Black Panther 2 comes out pretty soon.
Okay.
That's why I say that. I think it's just too soon. We were introduced to what they call the Sinister Six.
Right.
Right at the end of Homecoming.
Uh-huh.
Now, they could very well be in this movie, but how's that going to play out? Is Vulture going to be in this? Because remember, at the end of Homecoming, you had Vulture in prison, and he met up with, I'm not sure his name, he had the scorpion tattoo on his neck.
Well, I'm assuming it would be some kind of version of the Scorpion, who's also a Spider-Man.
Don't they call that group of Sinister Six? Am I correct?
Well, when they're all together, yeah, that would be
the bad guys, right?
Exactly,
the villains,
Sinister Six.
And so maybe they're just saving that for later. Maybe that's going to be an Avengers thing,
right?
But I was kind of excited to go into this movie with that going on. Now, again, we have no idea what's going on. It seems like Sandman's back in this movie, that big giant water. I could be wrong by that.
See, and we mentioned that the first time we saw that video. Again, my impression was, and again, this is what Mysterio did originally. He pretends to be fighting these monsters, and they're all illusions. That's how come his powers when you saw that green, that's just that mist. All it is an illusion that he uses. So I don't think it's Sandman. I think that it's a monster he conjured up. I believe he's the bad guy. I think they're trying to pull an okie doke on us with this trailer, mislead us, which Marvel has been known to do, or I should say the MCU has been known to do.
Amazingly.
But that's just my opinion from the background of what I know as far as being a comic book fan. I want to revisit this same conversation in, maybe the summer.
I'll be dying.
Yeah, how you feel about no movies now, or even in the wintertime? What do you mean there's not another Marvel movie
need
coming
it.
out? Exactly. But yeah, so guys, let us know below in the comments what you think of the trailer, and whether you want more Marvel content or you would prefer them to take a hiatus like Nick suggested. Just a short one. Maybe it will build more anticipation, kind of like Star Wars. Goes about a year, maybe a little longer than a year between films, in order to build that anticipation and not just continue to drop content 2 or 3 a year.
I think it sounds good. I'm excited to watch it. The trailer got me more excited. I like the first trailer, so this trailer gave me more questions, which drives me crazy. But I really did enjoy it. I love that Nick Fury is in it. He's really becoming, with each movie he's in, one of my favorite characters in the MCU.
Right.
I would love to get a Nick Fury movie. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Samuel L. is like in his 70s.
71 or something like
unbelievable.
That. Makes me jealous. That dude's in phenomenal shape. Looks good.
But we got a special treat for our next video. Let me see how well this spider effect works. All right, we're bringing it down. My man Gabe here, he's going to break down a whole X-Men, MCU, other character theory
right.
that you're going to have to check out.
Gotta watch it. I've scoured the internet. I've seen other theories out there, and actually, it's interesting because this Spider-Man Far From Homecoming trailer we just watched. Again, their theory, which I think Marvel, they're misleading us intentionally, that there's a multiverse. I completely disagree with it, and you gotta watch the next video to find out why.
All right, adios.
Later.